Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. For the lecture, can we please welcome Sheikh Shumali with Salat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين ثم الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you are all keeping well. Inshallah, for the next 5 nights, we will be together, and the talks are very much linked and related. So it would be nice if you, like tonight, it would be nice if you continue the rest of the nights. Inshallah, we're trying to achieve something together. Initially, when they told me I only have half an hour, I was like, half an hour, it's not enough. But then they told me it's before iftar. I was like, it's more than enough. And I don't know what they have against me. Till last night, all the lectures were after iftar. As soon as it's my turn, they're like, no, you have to give it hungry. And that's our test, inshallah. I hope I don't fall from the minbar. But inshallah, we'll manage together. Just don't sit close to here. I may fall at any point. Take care of yourself. But inshallah, we'll make it through this. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. The topic for these few nights, inshallah, is going to be religion, a burden or a blessing. Initially, it may be a little bit weird. What do you mean religion, a burden? Who let this sheikh in? But I want us to be a little bit honest with ourselves and see how are we actually feeling about religion? How are our children feeling about religion? How are we feeling about different actions that we have to do? And we're going to be talking about if it's really feeling like a blessing, all aspects of it, or is it that some parts of it are a little bit difficult to do, feels like a burden. One of the things these days of Ramadan I see a lot, people when iftar comes, they're like, come on, let's pray, get it out of the way so we can have iftar and relax. And then they're like, do you want to do Isha as well or just Maghrib? I don't know, what's your style by the word here? Do you do both Maghrib and Isha? Yeah. So some people are like, let's get Isha done as well. We don't want to think about it at the end of the night. We may forget. And these things may be small things that we say here and there, or let me finish the prayer so we don't have to think about it. But it's showing something. It's showing that a lot of us, we are doing this prayer just because we have to. Even if we think it's good, God has said, we may even fight with if someone stops praying, we're like, that's wrong, you have to start praying. But it's just because someone has told to. It's not like because we enjoy it, it's not like because we get energy from it. I'm not saying everyone, but many of us. And those who feel like they cannot get energy from their prayer, from reading the Quran, when they come to the others and say, you know what, I'm not really enjoying this, they're like, do it. You have to do it. God said so. And it's at this point that I'm saying, does the person really feel that this prayer is a blessing? This, for example, if she has to wear hijab, that this hijab is a blessing. If she reads to read the Quran, that it's a blessing. Or would she feel like, oh, this is a burden? God has told us we have to do it. Right? And I've even been told by some people, I wish God hadn't said this. Oh, I wish God hadn't made it wajib so we wouldn't have to. And there is an understanding there which means that, okay, so no one has explained to you how this could be useful, right? I'm not judging the person that's saying this. No, it just means that this person was never shown how prayer, instead of a burden that you have to do, could be a blessing. And I want to say all aspects of religion are a blessing. And as long as we haven't managed to feel it's a blessing, to feel it's for our own sake, to feel it's making our life better, we haven't got to the bottom of it. We are still at the low levels of religion, where, for example, primary school, secondary school, there's still so much room for us to grow. And there's nothing wrong about this, by the way. Life is a journey. We are here, and there's so much for us to learn. You must have all heard that famous hadiths. We have similar ones from both Imam Ali alayhi salam and Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Imam Hussein alayhi salam says, and I spoke about it, I think, last time as well. People, it's okay to worship God out of fear, for example, that if you don't, you may go to hell. It's okay, for example, to worship God because you want heaven. But it's even better if you worship God because you realize it's good for you. Imam Ali alayhi salam also says, that's the way I do it. I don't worship God because I have to, or otherwise I'll be thrown into hell, or I'm not worshiping God so they'll give me heaven. No, I'm worshiping God because I want to, because I know it's good for me. This is very important. Now, let me give you an example, because a lot of people may say, nah, why would we want to do that? They've told us if you don't pray, you'll go to hell. We'll do the prayer. They've told us if you, for example, read dua iftitah, we'll give you reward, we'll give you thawab, you'll go to heaven. We'll do it. Very simple transaction. We send God some dua iftitah, some Abu Hamd Somali or Themali, and God will give us reward. It's a lovely transaction. But I want you to see how this would feel from, like, when we do this. What is it actually like? Imagine if I came to talk to you tonight, and initially I was like, by the way, guys and brothers, sisters, I have no interest in talking to you. Imagine if I said that, God forbid. I have no interest in talking to you, but someone told me at the door, if I don't come and give a talk, they're going to hit me outside. Right? Just trying to get this done, get this over with, just so that the person outside doesn't hit me. How would you feel? Right? That is worshiping, praying out of fear of hell. Every time you go in your prayer, we're basically telling God, God, I have no interest in being here. This is no cool in any way. I'm just doing it because if I don't do it, there's going to be hell. That's how it feels. If we teach religion to our children this way, that pray or otherwise you'll go to hell, have this or do this or do this, or you're basically telling them, when you're going to God, don't care about your talking to God. No, doesn't matter. When you're reading dua iftitah, doesn't matter what you're saying. Just do it so that you don't go to hell. It's like me coming here telling you I have no interest talking to you. It's just that by talking to you, they're not going to hit me. Okay, that's khawfan min nar, which Imam Hussein said, guys, this is a level of worship. It's better than doing bad, but it's a very low level. Imam Ali said, guys, come higher. There are better levels. What is the next level? Worshipping because of reward. It's like, imagine, that's another way of it. I come here and say, again, I still have no interest in talking to anyone here. I'm just coming to talk to you because they told me if I do this, they're going to give me a box of Ferrero Rocher, which is what usually they give the sheikhs, right? He said, there is no point for me. I don't care what I'm saying. I don't know if I understand what I'm saying. I just have to fill this 30 minutes. And when I go out, they give me that box of Ferrero Rocher. How would you feel, honestly, if you really believe that's how I feel inside? Because that's not the case, right? I'm so excited to talk to you. I love you guys so much. But imagine if that's really how I felt. I have zero interest whether you understand what I'm saying or not, whether I understand what I'm saying or not. I'm just here for the chocolate. When we read dua iftitah just for the thawab, basically that's what we're doing with God. For example, we're reading, Allahumma inni aftatihu thana'a bihamdik. But inside we're like, I don't really care what this means because I'm going to get the thawab anyway, right? God is there with all of his greatness, with all of his beauty, with all of his patience, and we think, nah, the thawab, God bless you, but no, I'm here for the thawab. You're not understanding it. It doesn't matter. It's for the thawab. I'll get the thawab. And again, I'm not judging. This is good. Imam Hussein is not saying this is bad. Imam Hussein is saying this is good, but there's more. Don't you want more? There's another way of doing the same thing. You read dua iftitah, you read the Quran, you do the prayer, but you gain more out of it. They're not saying to read it that way is bad. They're saying when you can gain more, why wouldn't you want to try it? And Imam Ali is saying, guys, that's what I'm doing. I'm worshiping God, I'm following religion because for me it's really amazing. I enjoy talking to God. In fact, in Dua Kumail that we all read, Imam Ali says, even if God sends me to hell, still I'll talk to God. Right? Don't we read that in Dua Kumail? Even if I'm in fire, I'll still talk to God. Because it's amazing. Because it's good. In the same way that if I come here and be like, you know what? I don't care about that box of Ferrero Rocher, as amazing as it is. No one's going to hit me outside if I don't talk to you. Or even if they are. I'm here. I want to talk to you. I want us to have a connection. I want us to help each other remember God. I want us together help each other and follow the Ahl Bayt in a more real, practical way. Right? So, this is, I think, a key ingredient in the way we are following religion. And of course, that's totally fine. The Ahl Bayt, the reason Imam Hussein alayhi salam told us is not to judge us. They're telling us, so far, what you've achieved is amazing. Many people don't even do that. Many people don't even read Dua Iftitah. Many people don't even read the Quran. But you're doing it, well done. Let's take you to the next level. The Ahl Bayt want to take us to the next level. They want us to benefit more. Why? Tonight we'll discuss one reason why. Tomorrow we'll discuss another reason why. Today we're going to go to Quran, inshallah. Tomorrow we'll go to the Ahadith. Tonight we're going to look through Surah Ibrahim, inshallah, to see why this is a good thing. Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll go to Usul al-Kafi, one of our famous books of hadith. Please recite salawat. Very good. We are so close to food, alhamdulillah. Okay. By the way, one of the things, inshallah, I'm trying to do in this series is that I want to make sure we are on the same page as we go on, because the discussion is going to continue for 5 nights, inshallah. Right? So one of the ways I want to make sure we do that, I don't want to, for example, carry on with the discussion where you still have questions in the first part. So every night, the first 5 to 10 minutes, I will try to answer questions. Not get the questions there, no. Send your questions to me at night. Tonight, after you heard this lecture, if you want, go at home, talk with your family about it, have a discussion. If you feel like everything makes sense, you're ready to go to the next step, perfect. But if you feel like there's something there that doesn't make sense, you want to question, message me. The easiest way to reach me would be on Instagram. Send your question. I may not be able to reply there, but I'll go through all the questions, and in tomorrow's lecture, we'll address them. Because it's so important for us to go step by step together. So make sure you send your questions to me if you have any questions, okay? I may not reply on Instagram, but I will reply here so that everyone can benefit, inshallah. Okay, let's go to Quran. This surah is it's gonna be very beautiful. And again, by the way, see, there are 2 ways of reading the Quran. You know the introduction I gave? That we can either do something for thawab or to enjoy, to benefit. This Surah Ibrahim, many of you, inshallah, will recite it when the day reaches, the juz. But you may not find its sweetness unless you spend some time with it. I'm hoping today, reflecting a few of its verses, I can show you how much religion can be sweet. Religion can be beautiful. Religion can change our life. One of the things, by the way, inshallah, we need to do, anyone who looks at a religious community, they should see they're different to anyone else. They should be happy. They should see we're happy. They should see our relationships are good. They should see we're a different group altogether. We're not there yet. Our divorce rates are not different. Our anxieties are not that different. We're not there yet, but we can. We have all the basics. But we don't need to be like this. I'm telling you, we can be so much better. It's great where we are, but even if there's one day left from our life, let's try and go to the next level. Because the Imam says, Mu'min is so full of energy. Mu'min can live in a way that's full of energy. Even when life gets scary, Mu'min is like a mountain. That's kind of life is possible for all of us. Let's go to Surah Ibrahim, verse 24. أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ ضَرَبَ اللَّهُ مَثَلًا كَلِمَةً طَيِّبَةً كَشَجَرَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ أَصْلُهَا ثَابِتٌ وَفَرْعُهَا فِي السَّمَاءِ. Please pay attention to this verse. You may have heard it, you may have read it many times, but we're trying to go deep. We're trying to see what God is saying. We're not going to this verse and say, oh God, we read it, give us the thawab. We don't care what it says. No. Today we're going to say, God, for 1 second we'll put the thawab aside. Let's see what are you actually saying. Why did you put this verse there? أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ ضَرَبَ اللَّهُ مَثَلًا كَلِمَةً طَيِّبَةً كَشَجَرَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ. In this verse of the Quran, we are reading that, see, God is saying the good word. Word here means a kind of belief. In the rewayat, we have that, it says the right belief. كَشَجَرَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ is like a tree, a like very lovely tree. Okay? So, what should belief be like? Yani Quran is teaching us. You want to know if the belief you have inside is up to Quranic standard or not? God is saying this is how to see. كَلِمَةً طَيِّبَةً كَشَجَرَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ. The right belief is like a beautiful tree. أَصْلُهَا ثَابِتٌ. It has a very firm root. وَفَرْعُهَا فِي السَّمَاءِ. It's got a very firm root. It's grounded. And its branches reaches in the sky. So it's very tall and it's got branches that reach up very high. Okay. What else does it tell us? تُؤْتِي أُكُلَهَا كُلَّ حِينٍ بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهَا. And every season, at all times, it gives its fruits. It's not like a tree that sometimes gives fruits and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe one season it does, another season, or for example, another year it says, nah, I don't feel like it. No. They say proper belief is like a tree that, first of all, very grounded, is not shaken. If a wind comes, it doesn't shake. In fact, they say for trees, certain amount of wind is good. They have to be in a little bit of struggle. So it's very grounded, it doesn't shake, and it always gives fruits. Always. When you look at the Ahlul Bayt's ahadith, you see, what do they mean? Okay, my belief should be like a tree. They explain it for us. They say, do you want to know if the way you understand religion is the way we Ahlul Bayt see religion? Do you want to know if it's the same as us or not? This is how it should be. Your belief should have two qualities. First of all, it should be very strong, nothing shakes it. Okay? It's a journey, huh? We're not judging ourselves. We're starting, we'll get there. No judgment. Don't feel like, oh, I don't have it, or no. Because as soon as you feel that way, you'll get defensive, you'll block the message. There is no problem if we don't have it like that yet. But the first thing they say, it's very grounded, it's very strong. And the second thing, which is what I want to talk to you about, it gives fruits in every season. In every area of your life, your belief should show its fruits. And the good thing is they even explain for us, what are these fruits? They say, see, if the real iman is in our heart, if the real religion is in our heart, you can look at your life and see the fruits will come. What is its fruits? They say in every situation is different. If you're going through a difficult time, the fruit of your faith should be the peace in your heart. If you're going through a scary time, the fruit of your faith is the courage in your heart. If you're going through a time where you are feeling lonely, the fruit of your faith is feeling the presence of God, the love of God, so you don't feel lonely. Peace, the love of God, the presence of God, courage, a sense of meaning, great relationships. These are all fruits of the right belief. And with this, we cannot fake it with each other. With the belief in our mind, we can't fake it. We can trick ourselves into thinking we got there. Like I can say, yes, I believe in one God, I believe in the Ahl Bayt, I believe in Ma'ad, I believe in all of that. Allama Tabatabai says, see, according to this verse, if a belief is in your mind, it's not that beneficial. It's still good. It's better than not being there. But the belief in your mind doesn't give fruits. You believe God is there, but in your difficulties, do you feel peace? Do your children that you force them to pray and read the Quran, do your children feel peace? Do you want them to give the same belief that we had to them that was only in our mind? Or do we want to follow the Quran and Ahl Bayt? Do we want to give our children a faith that's only in their head, or a faith that Quran says is like a tree in their heart that gives fruits? Honestly, at this point, wallah, I'm not here to judge us. We're all the same. Ahl Bayt Quran has come because they know where we are and they want to help us. They want us to live better lives. The way we are doing it right now is very beautiful, but these are early lessons, early classes. They say, guys, come higher. Ahl Bayt, the Quran, God, the Prophet, they want us to have a kind of faith that shows itself in our life. If our children are suffering right now, if we feel lonely, if our relationships are not working, if we don't feel the presence of God in our heart, in our life, if it's difficult, it means the tree is still not strong. Because all of those are the fruits of a tree. And at that stage, there's really no point tricking ourselves. The sooner we accept where we are, the sooner we can start growing. There's no shame in where we are. It's amazing, it's beautiful. We believe in God, at least in our mind. We believe in the Ahl Bayt. But now I'm saying, let's take it to the next level. Let's find this faith in our heart. My time is running out. I'll just give an example. Please recite the salawat. One of the mistakes we've done is that we thought the race is over when we had just started. What do I mean by that? See, I had written, by the way, so many notes to explain this, but we don't have time. We'll move on. But very quickly, prophets came to this world to tell people, guys, there's another way of looking at the world. They said, you look at the world, you don't see God. You look at the world, you see suffering, you don't see the point behind it. You look at the world, you see the pain, you don't see the love behind the pain. Right? And everyone was like, yeah, that's how we see it. Then prophets came and said, there's another way of looking at the world. In the other way of looking at the world, you see God everywhere. In the other way of looking at the world, if there is a pain, you see the love behind it. If there's a difficult time, you see the reasoning behind it. You always feel support. Now, a lot of people, when they heard this from the prophet, what did they do? They killed the prophets. We know so many prophets who were killed, right? The people were like, nah, what are you on about? There is no God. They killed the prophets. As simple as that. Now some of us, we were like, nah, this prophet seems to have a point. It makes sense. But the mistake we made is we thought just because we like what they say, we are like them. No. We still, see, as soon as you accept the prophet is right, doesn't mean then from tomorrow you look at the world like them. No, their journey is still going on. If we say at this point, by just repeating what the prophet or the Ahl Bayt said, we have finish the journey, we're going to suffer. Please pay attention to me. We have 5 minutes left. Recite salawat, please. Let's go back to Surah Ibrahim. By the way, please tonight after you go home, talk about this with your family. We're going to continue this tomorrow. I'm trying to tell you that just because we know what the prophets say and in our mind we agree with it, doesn't mean we are there. It reminds me of, that there was that movie, this part of it was on Twitter, that's what I saw. I don't know about the rest of the movie, but there was this part of the movie, it was a race, and this guy was in a race, but he wasn't bothered to win the race in a just way, so he was shooting the other people. He shot a few people there, and still he wasn't bothered to go all the way in, so they brought the finishing line towards him. Instead of him going towards the finishing line, they brought the finishing line towards him. We have kind of done the same with religion. The Prophet came and said the finishing line is this. The finishing line of the race is this. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. None of us were there. Because you know what ashhadu means? Ashhadu means I witness. Like a witness in the court who has seen. And now he's saying, I saw that. Now I'm witnessing that there is no God but God. And when you say that, you know what it means? Ilah has a lot of meaning. One of the meanings of Ilah is like a cave. Imagine a rainy day on a mountain, snowing, raining. You go inside the cave, you feel safety. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah means I witness on this earth there is nowhere to get safety other than with God. Believe me, 99% of us were not there. We get safety in our friendships. Not that friendships are not from God, but we don't see God in our friendships. We don't see, when a lot of us, we get our peace from watching series. Again, I'm not saying watching series is bad, but we don't see God when we're watching series. We don't see God's hand behind it. So in all of these actions, we're saying, no, ashhadu anna, there are so many other ilahs. That's what we're saying. So the race is over not when you say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, but when you see it, that I looked around and there was no safety other than with God. Which is what Imam Ali says as well. There was nothing I saw here other than I saw God with it. But if we say now, just because I say it, the race is over, it means you're not going to go on a journey. You're never going to get there. Look at this. We'll finish with this verse. We're not the first people to do this, by the way. At least we didn't kill our prophet, so that's good. In Surah Ibrahim, this group, it's very interesting. They tell their prophets, you're telling us God is everywhere. There is a God. Everything is for a good purpose. There's love behind everything. But what do they say? They say, وَإِنَّا لَفِي شَكٍّ. We are in doubt. مِمَّا تَدْعُونَنَا إِلَيْهِ مُرِيبٍ. We are in doubt of what you're calling us towards. And now look at this next verse. What do the prophets say? قَالَتْ رُسُلُهُمْ أَفِي اللَّهِ شَكٌّ. Is there even any doubt in God? Well, yeah, because just recently, in the previous verse, they said we're in doubt from God. How do you understand this? In the previous verse, the people tell their prophets, إِنَّا لَفِي شَكٍ. We are in doubt. And then the prophets say, أَفِي اللَّهِ شَكٌّ. How do you understand this? Is there any doubt in God? The way to understand it is this. There are two ways of being in this world. The prophets, when they look at the world, they see God everywhere. Imam Ali alayhi salam, when he looks at the world, he sees God everywhere. We are not there yet. When we look around, we are like the people who said, Inna la fi shak. We are in doubt. We can't see God. Where have you seen God? Do you see God's hand behind your life? So if we're not there yet, it means we still have a journey. Let's get there. The way the prophets looked at the world is different to the way we see the world. The way the Ahl Bayt look at the world, Imam Hussein says, "Amiyat aynun la tarak." The eyes that do not see you is blind. That's us. And inshallah we'll get there. There's no judgment. Okay? So we have to finish now. And let's pray, inshallah, that by the grace of God, the mercy of God, and because of the love we have for the Ahlul Bayt, for this religion, for Prophet, may God, inshallah, enable us to see more, to feel more, to experience more. And believe me, your life can change. Your life can change once you treat religion like this. And inshallah, we'll see how much of that we can show you in the next 4 nights. And don't forget to send your questions on Instagram. I'll address them tomorrow. Let's end with the salawat.
Thank you very much, Sheikh. Wednesday, 13th of April, eve of 12th of Ramadan, 1443. Sad news, Marhuma Fatma Bai Akbar Ali Jamal of London passed away today and buried today, and Marhum Hussain Ali Panjwani of Peterborough passed away yesterday and buried today. Al-Fatiha. Please recite Surah Fatiha for Marhum Abdul Hussain Ballu, Marhuma Zainab Bai Abdul Hussain Ballu, Marhum Mohsin Datu, Marhuma Khatija Bai Mohsin Datu, Marhumin of Ballu family, Marhumin of Datu family, Marhumin of Dala family, Marhumin of Sharif Devji family, Marhuma Batul Bai Ballu, Marhuma Leila Bai Haji, Marhum Muhammad Jafar Chandu, Marhuma Nargis Bai Nasu, and Al Marhumin. Al-Fatiha.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Tomorrow, Thursday, 14th of April, Zahoran program will start at 12:50 p.m. with masails by Maulana Sayyid Kalvi Abbas Sahib, followed by Jamaat Salah and at 1:08 p.m. Children's afternoon program will run from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. during the weekdays. Mahir Ramadan program will start at 7 p.m. with Darsa lecture by Sheikh Muhammad Jawad Somali, Salah, Iftar, followed by Duaz. And finally, Al-Hadi Youth Program presents the long-awaited annual Boys Sleepover. Join us for fun, games, discussion, and more. The Boys Sleepover will take place on Saturday, 16th of April, after the main program. There are few spaces left. To sign up, please visit the link huj.at/ahy. Ramadan Iftar Fund is now open. Please donate generously at the Jamaat desk for both in the ladies and gents. Center car park announcements. Those who leave after Iftar are requested to park their cars in a rugby car park. If you park in the center car park, CP volunteers will not be able to take your cars out. Once you are in, only you'll be able to come out after the end of the program. Parking at the rugby car park is £1 per day, so please make sure you pay £1, those parked in the rugby car park. After namaz, iftar, dua iftitah will be at 9:05 p.m. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bihaq Aba Abdullah Hussain. अपना मजे भाइयों बहनों बच्चाओं बीमार होए अपने दुआ करे कि अल्लाह लो का बद्दाए ने शफा दे बद्दाए नी तकलीफ दूर थाए ये भी दुआ साथे आपने 5 फिरे अम्मा युजीबु पढ़िए औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अम्मा युजीबुल मुस्तर्र इज़ा दाउ أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ وَيَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ سورة فاتحة شفاء المرضى ودفع البلاء.
سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن عليًا ولي الله أشهد أن عليًا حجة الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا حجة الله هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح هيا على خير العمل هيا على خير العمل قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر
الله أكبر
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر ان شانئك هو الابتر. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی العظیم وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. سمع اللہ لمن حمدہ. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی الاعلی وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. اللہ اکبر. استغفر اللہ ربی واتوب الیہ. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی الاعلی وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. اللہ اکبر. بحول اللہ وقوت. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. الحمد للہ رب العالمین. الرحمن الرحیم. مالک یوم الدین. ایاک نعبد و ایاک نستعین. اہدنا الصراط المستقیم. صراط الذین انعمت علیہم غیر المغضوب علیہم ولا الضالین. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. قل هو اللہ احد اللہ الصمد لم یلد ولم یولد ولم یکن له کفوا احد. کذالک اللہ ربی. اللہ اکبر. رب زدنی علما و یقینا واحشرنا مع المتقین والابرار. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی العظیم وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. سمع اللہ لمن حمدہ. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی الاعلی وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. اللہ اکبر. استغفر اللہ ربی واتوب الیہ. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی الاعلی وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. اللہ اکبر. الحمد للہ. اشہد ان لا الہ الا اللہ وحدہ لا شریک لہ واشہد ان محمدا عبدہ ورسولہ. اللہم صل علی محمد وآل محمد. بحول اللہ وقوت. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی العظیم وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. سمع اللہ لمن حمدہ. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی الاعلی وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. اللہ اکبر. استغفر اللہ ربی واتوب الیہ. اللہ اکبر. سبحان ربی الاعلی وبحمدہ. رب صل علی محمد وآل محمد. اللہ اکبر. الحمد للہ. اشہد ان لا الہ الا اللہ وحدہ لا شریک لہ واشہد ان محمدا عبدہ ورسولہ. اللہم صل علی محمد وآل محمد. السلام علیکہ ایہا النبی ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. السلام علینا وعلی عباد اللہ الصالحین. السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
اللہ اکبر. اللہ اکبر. اللہ اکبر.
بر محمد وآل محمد صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل. Please recite Namaz Washad or Namaz Hadiya Mayyat for Marhuma Fatma Baidala of London, who passed away on Saturday and was buried today. Marhuma Zera Bai Molu of Mombasa, who passed away yesterday and buried today. Marhuma Amina Bai Murad Karmali of Dar es Salaam, passed away today and buried today. Marhuma Fatma Bai Akbar Ali Jamal of London, who passed away today and was buried today. Please, you are requested to recite Namaz Washat or Hadiya Mayyat. Al-Fatiha.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم، أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور، وهو الشهر الذي فرضت صيامه عليه، وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر. فيا ذا المن ولا يمن عليك، منا علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار، في من تمن عليه وادخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله، أشهد أن عليا ولي الله، أشهد أن عليا حجة الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إله إلا الله أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر بحول الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد كذلك الله ربي الله أكبر يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر الحمد لله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد بحول الله وقوة سبحان الله والحمد سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر بحول الله سبحان الله سبحان الله الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربنا الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربنا الأعلى وبحمده رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ادخل على أهل القبور السرور. اللهم اغني كل فقير. اللهم اشبع كل جائع. اللهم اكس كل عريان. اللهم اقضي دين كل مدين. اللهم فرج عن كل مكروب. اللهم رد كل غريب. اللهم فك كل أسير. اللهم اصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين. اللهم اشفي كل مريض. اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك. اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك. اللهم اقضي عنا الدين وأغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير. الله.
زيارة. السلام عليك يا رسول الله. السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا إمام الحسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليكم مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله الآخر لأحد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. السلام عليكم تمام شهداء كربلاء جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولاي وابن مولاي سلطان أبا الحسن يا علي بن موسى. أيها الرضا كن شفيعنا وشفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء. السلام عليكم آبائكم السبعة وأبنائكم الأربعة وأختك المعصومة جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا مولانا يا صاحب الأمر والزمان. عجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل الله تعالى مخرجك وجعلنا من أنصارك وأعوانك وشيعتك ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Dua Iftar. Please say this dua with me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahi Allahumma lakasumna wala rizkika aftarna fatakabbal minna innaka anta samil alim. O Allah, we kept the fast for your pleasure and broke the fast with sustenance provided by you. So blessed acceptance, no doubt you know most and hear most. When you take the first bite, say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya wasi al maghfirati kfili. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, almost forgiving, pardon my sins. Wal Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. There is a black Range Rover L20UAY that is parked near the marquee. Black Range Rover L20UAY. Keys are required immediately. Thank you. So this one we've got. This is fine.
You got it, sir. Cancel this one. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. We'll be starting the du'as shortly, but one announcement is there is a car, grey Golf, registration number is AF59WJJ. It's blocking in, it's right in front of the building. There are no car keys inside, so if you can please move the car or give the car keys to the volunteers. It's grey Golf VW AF59WJJ. Keys are required urgently, please.
صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم. أنت الرب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور، وهو الشهر الذي فرضت صيامه عليه، وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر. فيا ذا المن ولا يمن عليه، من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار، في من تمن علي وأدخلني الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم رب شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن وافترضت على عبادك فيه الصيام، صل على محمد وآل محمد، وارزقني حج بيتك الحرام في عامي هذا وفي كل عام، واغفر لي تلك الذنوب العظام، فإنه لا يغفرها غيرك يا رحمن يا علام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أفتتح الثناء بحمدك، وأنت مسدد للثواب بمنك، وأيقنت أنك أنت أرحم الراحمين في موضع العفو والرحمة، وأشد المعاقبين في موضع النكال والنقمة، وأعظم المتجبرين في موضع الكبرياء والعظمة. اللهم أذنت لي في دعائك ومسألتك، فاسمع يا سميع مدحتي، وأجب يا رحيم دعوتي، وأقل يا غفور أثرتي. فكم يا إلهي من كربة قد فرجتها، وهموم قد كشفتها، وأثرة قد أقلتها، ورحمة قد نشرتها، وحلقة بلاء قد فككتها. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا، ولم يكن له شريك في الملك، ولم يكن له ولي من الذل، وكبره تكبيرا. الحمد لله بجميع محامده كلها على جميع نعمه كلها. الحمد لله الذي لا مضاد له في ملكه ولا منازع له في أمره. الحمد لله الذي لا شريك له في خلقه ولا شبيه له في عظمته. الحمد لله الفاشي في الخلق أمره، وحمده الظاهر بالكرم مجده، الباسط بالجود يده، الذي لا تنخس خزائنه ولا تزيده كثرة العطاء إلا جودا وكرما، إنه هو العزيز الوهاب. اللهم إني أسألك قليلا من كثير، مع حاجة بي إليه عظيمة، وغناك عنه قديم، وهو عندي كثير، وهو عليك سهل يسير. اللهم إن عفوك عن ذنبي والتجاوز عن خطيئتي وصفحك عن ظلمي وسترك على قبيح أملي وهلمك عن كثير جرمي عندما كان من خطئي وأمدي أطمأني في أن أسألك ما لا أستوجبه منك الذي رزقتني من رحمتك وأريتني من قدرتك وعرفتني من إجابتك فصرت أدعوك آمنا وأسألك مستأنسا لا خائفا ولا وجلا مذلا عليك فيما قصدت فيه إليه فإن أبطأ عني أتبت بجهلي عليه ولعل الذي أبطأ عني هو خير لي لعلمك بعاقبة الأمور فلم أر مولا كريما أصبر على عبد اللئيم منك عليه يا ربي إنك تدعوني فهو لي عنك وتتحبب إلي فأتبغض إليه وتتودد إلي فلا أقبل منك كأن لي التطول عليه فلم يمنعك ذلك من الرحمة لي والإحسان إلي والتفضل علي بجودك وكرمك فارحم عبدك الجاهل وجد عليه بفضل إحسانك إنك جواد كريم الحمد لله مالك الملك مجري الفلك مسخر الرياح الحمد لله مالك الملك مجري الفلك مسخر الرياح فالك الإصباح ديان الدين رب العالمين الحمد لله على حلمه بعد علمه والحمد لله على عفوه بعد قدرته والحمد لله على طول أناته في غضبه وهو قادر على ما يريد الحمد لله خالق الخلق باسط الرزق فالك الإصباح ذي الجلال والإكرام والفضل والإنعام الذي بعد فلا يرى وقرب فشهد النجوى تبارك وتعالى الحمد لله الذي ليس له منازع يؤاذله ولا شبيه يشاكله ولا ظهير يؤاذده قهر بعزته الأعزاء وتواضع لعظمته العظمى فبلغ بقدرته ما يشاء الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أنادي ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا أعصي ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازي فكم من موهبة هنية قد أعطاني وعظيمة مخوفة قد كفاني وبهجة مونكة قد أراني فأثني عليه حامدا واذكره مسبها الحمد لله الذي لا يهتك حجابه ولا يغلق بابه ولا يرد سائل ولا يخيب آمل الحمد لله الذي يؤمن الخائفين وينجي الصالحين ويرفع المستضعفين ويضع المستكبرين ويهلك ملوكا ويستخلف آخرين والحمد لله قاسم الجبارين مبير الظالمين مدرك الهاربين نكال الظالمين صريخ المستصرخين موضع حاجات الطالبين معتمد المؤمنين الحمد لله الذي من خشيته ترعد السماء وسكانها وترجف الأرض وأمارها وتموج البحار ومن يسبه في غمراتها الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله الحمد لله الذي يخلق ولم يخلق ويرزق ولا يرزق ويطعم ولا يطعم ويميت الأحياء ويحيي الموتى وهو حي لا يموت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وأمينك وصفيك وحبيبك وخيرتك من خلقك وحافظ سرك ومبلغ رسالاتك أفضل وأحسن وأجمل وأكمل وأزكى وأنمى وأطيب وأطهر وأسنى وأكثر ما صليت وباركت وترحمت وتهننت وسلمت على أحد من عبادك وأنبيائك ورسلك وصفوتك وأهل الكرامة عليك من خلقك اللهم وصل على علي أمير المؤمنين ووصي رسول رب العالمين عبدك ووليك وأخي رسولك وحجتك على خلقك وآيتك الكبرى والنبأ العظيم وصل على الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين وصل على سبتي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي هججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك صلاة كثيرة دائمة. اللهم وصل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والأذن المنتظر وهفه بملائكتك المقربين وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعله الداعي إلى كتابك والقائم بدينك استخلفه في الأرض كما استخلفت الذين من قبله. مكن له دينه الذي ارتضيته له. أبدله من بعد خوفه أمنا يعبدك لا يشرك بك شيئا. اللهم أعزه وأعزز به وانصره وانتصر به وانصره نصرا عزيزا وافتح له فتحا يسيرا واجعل له من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا. اللهم أظهر به دينك وسنة نبيك حتى لا يستخفي بشيء من الحق مخافة أحد من الخلق. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا بنا الحق فهملنا وما كسرنا عنه فبلغنا. اللهم المم به شأثنا واشأب به صدعنا وارتك به فتقنا وكثر به قلتنا وعزز به ذلتنا وأغن به عائلنا واقض به عن مغرمنا واجبر به فقرنا وسد به خلتنا ويسر به أسرنا وبيض به وجوهنا وفك به أسرنا وأنجح به طلبتنا وأنجز به مواعيدنا واستجب به دعوتنا وأعتنا به سؤلنا وبلغنا به من الدنيا والآخرة آمالنا وأتنا به فوق رغبتنا يا خير المسؤولين وأوسع المؤتين. اشفي به صدورنا واذهب به غيظ قلوبنا واهدنا به لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. وانصرنا به على عدوك وعدونا إله الحق آمين. اللهم إنا نشكو إليك فقد نبينا صلواتك عليه وآله وغيبة ولينا وكثرة عدونا وقلة عددنا وشدة الفتن بنا والتظاهر الزمان علينا. فصل على محمد وآله وإن على ذلك بفتح منك تعجله وبذر تكشفه ونصر تعزه وسلطان حق تظهره ورحمة منك تجللناها وآفية منك تلبسناها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم برحمتك في الصالحين فأدخلنا وفي إليين فارفعنا وبكأس من معين من عين سلسبيل فاسقنا ومن الحور العين برحمتك فزوجنا ومن الولدان المخلدين كأنهم لؤلؤ مكنون فأخدمنا ومن ثمار الجنة والهم الطير فأطعمنا ومن ثياب السندس والحرير والاستبرق فألبسنا وليلة القدر وحج بيتك الحرام وقتلا في سبيلك فوفق لنا وصالح الدعاء والمسألة فاستجب لنا وإذا جمعت الأولين والآخرين يوم القيامة فارحمنا وبراءة من النار فاكتب لنا وفي جهنم فلا تغلنا وفي عذابك وهوانك فلا تبتلنا ومن الزقوم والضري فلا تطئمنا ومع الشياطين فلا تجعلنا وفي النار على وجوهنا فلا تكببنا ومن ثياب النار وسرابيل الكتران فلا تلبسنا ومن كل سوء يا لا إله إلا أنت بحق لا إله إلا أنت فنجنا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إني أسألك أن تجعل فيما تقضي وتقدر من الأمر المحتوم في الأمر الحكيم، من القضاء الذي لا يرد ولا يبدل، أن تكتبني من حجاج بيتك الحرام المبرور حجهم، المشكور سعيهم، المغفور ذنوبهم، المكفر عن سيئاتهم، وأن تجعل فيما تقضي وتقدر أن تطيل أمري في خير وآفية، وتوسع في رزقي، وتجعلني من تنتصر به لدينك ولا تستبدل بي غيري. أعوذ بجلال وجهك الكريم أن ينقضي عني شهر رمضان أو يطلع الفجر من ليلة هذه ولك قبلتي تبية أو ذنب تؤذبني عليه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم أدخل على أهل القبور السرور. اللهم أغني كل فقير. اللهم أشبع كل جائع. اللهم اكس كل أوريان. اللهم اقضي دين كل مدين. اللهم فارج عن كل مكروب. اللهم رد كل غريب. اللهم فك كل أسير. اللهم أصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين. اللهم اشف كل مريض. اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك. اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك. اللهم اقض عنا الدين وأغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير. سورة المباركة الفاتحة. زيارة. السلام عليك يا رسول الله. السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين ولا تسأة المعصومين من ذريتك علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والحجة بن الحسن أجل الله تعالى فرجا وسخ الله تعالى مخرجا وظهور الأمر ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كل وليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.